lawmakers in Springfield, well, they haven't gotten all the work done, so they're not going home yet.
Yeah, WGN's Courtney Spinelli looks at some of the topics that lawmakers are tackling in the spring session.
Well, Micah and Ray, spring session was expected to adjourn today, but there's still no budget. That means lawmakers hoping to head home for summer will be back again next week.
Madam President.
A busy week in Springfield coming to a wrap without lawmakers accomplishing their biggest task of passing the budget by the self-imposed May 19th deadline set by Democrats.
Well, that's come and gone. And the reason they wanted to do that was essentially to give them the rest of the month to get other things done and do other work.
The General Assembly technically has until the start of the fiscal year in July to do this, but they tend to aim for a May 31st deadline. WGN's political analyst Paul Lisnick explains why.
I mean, by May 31st, they can pass a budget with a majority vote. But after May 31st, in the month of June, prior to the beginning of the fiscal year on July 1st, it will require a supermajority to pass the budget.
Aside from the budget, things got heated Thursday on the Senate floor during several Democratic-led measures. One of those, an amendment to House Bill 1286 that would give businesses the option to create all-gender multi-occupancy bathrooms.
Just as a matter of fundamental cleanliness, why would any woman want a guy using their bathroom in a public restroom?
Why are you so concerned with toilets and bathrooms and urinals? I'm really not. The question should be why you are.
The amended version of the bill passing the House Friday afternoon. Meantime, more contentious moments as Democrats seek to allow non-citizens to become police officers, something currently prohibited under federal law.
The other side of the aisle always talks about police officers and the things that they're doing that give you concern. And now you're going to have people that are not even citizens of this country going into our communities.
Under legislation Illinois state senators approved Thursday, people in the firearms industry, including gun sellers, could be sued for alleged violations of Illinois law, including marketing to young people.
Since taking office, I've taken all sorts of steps to fight the scourge of gun violence that has hit Illinois. And that has long existed in Illinois.
The House approved the bill, which now goes to the desk of Governor J.B. Pritzker, who has made it clear he will sign it.
This bill isn't just about gun manufacturers. This is also about people, and specifically within the act, a firearm industry member means a person that is dealing in retail sale of firearms-related products.
As the week comes to an end, lawmakers are also grappling with how to divide Chicago into 20 different districts ahead of the city's first school board elections next year. Parents and community organizers argue that the latest proposal still doesn't account for a growing number of Latino students at CPS.
Now, of course, these are just some of the items we heard from lawmakers on this week in Springfield in the last half hour. House Republican leaders speaking to provide an update on the remaining issues before the General Assembly. Micah and Ray, back to you.
All right, Courtney, thank you.